It's July 4th, 2014. Happy Independence Day, everybody. Anthony Cumia has been fired from SiriusXM. It's all pretty much bullshit. And this is your Fortean Slip news. Don't even go into the fucking news yet, Steve. Holy shit.
I was gonna start reading the news.
Holy fuck. So I wake up this afternoon, and actually, my investigative reporter, the one time he's been on the fucking ball, like I couldn't get him to find a fucking hot news story any day of the week when it comes to this shit, but I wake up and he's like, your favorite radio show has got fired.
Who would that be?
I'm like, fucking what? I'm like, no way. So I'm looking.
Well, I haven't fucking been fired.
Well, it's coming. I haven't told you
The
yet.
other favorite.
Oh, the other.
That's right.
Legitimate.
Yeah, the guy that actually gets paid. So yeah, I look into the story, and I guess he got into an altercation with an quote unquote, I don't want to be fucking un-PC, quote unquote African American woman in Times Square over pictures that he was taking. Now, according to Mr. Cumia, he was taking many pictures that night. As I'm sure if you're in Times Square, and I mean, he's lived in and around New York most of his life, but you know, if you're in Times Square, you're there for the experience, I guess.
There's lots of people taking pictures at Times Square.
Yeah. Like, I did a video of a 360-degree camera for another channel that has a 360 view of Times Square.
Well, I mean, was he taking, like, upskirts or something?
I don't think so. According to the story, he was taking shots of the sidewalk. She happened to be in them. The altercation ensued. And Anthony has a conceal and carry permit and was carrying at the time. Like, he always states that he, like, never goes anywhere without a firearm. And, like, he literally let this woman assault him. Like, and people are accusing him that if he had his gun on him, he would have drawn it on her. And it's like, Jesus Christ. But all of this is all about, it isn't even about the assault. It's about the Twitter rant that he went on afterwards. And everybody's calling it this big racist Twitter rant. Now, here's the thing that I know. I've been listening to Opie and Anthony since 2004. So that's 10 fucking years that I've been listening to them religiously. Like, pretty much every day. I very rarely miss anything. And they could have fucking fired him for this about 100 times.
Yeah. He's on a show that's known for being atrocious at times. I mean,
Yeah.
they say some fucked up shit.
If you look back into the history of the show, that's basically why he was hired. His video about OJ. What was that called, Chris?
I'm gonna electric shock OJ. Oh, they're gonna electric shock OJ. He also did a fucking parody song, fucking about what was the name of that kid there that they took from Florida, back in the 90s? Fucking
little Miguel Castro.
Yeah, fucking he did a fucking song based on fucking Billy Joel's Downeaster Alexa. It's like, and I sail on a half-eaten taco. You know? The fucking guy, he was all about pushing boundaries, and comedy is about pushing boundaries. I've said on this show 100 fucking times, my humor is dark. It will always be dark. It's never gonna fucking change from being dark. It's, you know, I will say some fucking horrid shit. It's mine to say. I have every right to do it. You know, and to the people that bitch about fucking Donald Sterling, go fuck yourselves. You know, yeah, was what the guy said horrid? Absolutely. Did he need to lose his fucking business over it? No.
Well, this shit just happened this past week with Adam Richman. The guy that, you know, the food guy that goes around doing food challenges.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah, he's lost a bunch of weight, and he was posting pictures of it on Twitter, you know, and making comments. And one of his hashtags, he put Thinspiration. Now, apparently, this is a word that is commonly used in the subculture of
bulimia,
bulimia and anorexia, where they promote this behavior, sadly enough. But instead of, that being the issue, apparently some woman replied to his comment, kind of lambasting him for using the word, and he basically told her to go fuck herself. And
I think the word cunt was used.
Yes, others piped in, and he told one woman to go draw herself a bath and slit her wrists or something like that. But he lost his new show over that.
You're not allowed to have a personal life in our new society. It's going to come to a point where you're going to be able to be fired from your fucking dumbass job at Walmart for shit that you say at home.
Well, it's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at that point. Sure.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Now, whether you agree with what Anthony said or didn't say or has said over the years or not isn't the point, I don't think. I think the point is he has the right to say whatever the hell he wants.
He didn't. None of it was said on air on the Opie and Anthony channel. None of it was said. None of it was said on SiriusXM airwaves at all.
But even if it was, SiriusXM is known for that kind of thing, are they not? I mean, didn't they have Howard Stern on? And
they have Howard Stern on.
Right. So what I'm saying is, they know who Anthony was years ago.
Yeah. This is not a big fucking revelation for them.
They've been making money off of him saying this kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
For years.
So apparently there's something else going on, but regardless...
If you ask me, and this is not me being conspiracy about it, I think that they both want out of their contract this year. They've been bitching about SiriusXM for a long time. They've been passed over on a new studio in that fucking place for years. And I know all this because, like I said, I listen daily. And I think they just want to go out on their own and do their own thing at this point. I mean, I don't know that for sure. Like I said, I'm going to take a listen to see what Jimmy and Opie have to say on the show next week. If it's all quiet and they can't say a fucking word about it, then I'm just canceling my fucking subscription and waiting to see what happens.
Well, people, are
And I've been subscribed for 10 years, you fucks!
The other side is everybody's, talking about, well, you have to be held accountable for the things you say. Well, yeah, if you own up to them, that's being accountable. And he posted it on his Twitter account.
Yep.
So that's being accountable for the things he says.
And it just fucking baffles me. It fucking, like I said, it baffles me. Like, there is at least one day a week on the show that son of a bitch goes into a racist rant, or what could be considered a racist rant, where he's talking about the general state of affairs in the black community.
As he sees them.
But that's his right.
Right.
To say it's a First Amendment thing, and yeah, granted, on air probably SiriusXM has the right to do whatever they want with their on air shit. But what he did was on Twitter, his own personal Twitter account. It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with the show. They promote his personal Twitter account. That's their fucking problem. But that's his personal thing. And this is the world that we're fucking... this is the world we're living in.
I just think and not just this, but, with the other, the food guy and this and the basketball dude and all that. And, this shit has gone to a higher frickin' level than it's ever been before,
We live in the apologistic world. So that's what I'm going to call it. The apologistic world. We all run around. We have to apologize for what we say.
I have been known to say some offensive things on the internet.
I've had to fucking erase a few of them off the show.
You know, and whenever I say those things, I'm fully aware that some people are going to find them offensive, and I am prepared for them to say things back. And I am prepared to defend my position on my own opinion. But whenever you're talking about losing your job, being assaulted, that's taking it too far.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to sit there and bash on the guy on your Twitter account, fine, go right ahead.
Have that.
That's not an issue.
Nobody is going to get
Taking away
upset.
his livelihood for expressing an opinion after he was physically assaulted for doing nothing. Taking pictures.
Random pictures,
Random
I'm assuming.
pictures.
Of,
Random fucking pictures.
And since it's at Times Square, I'm sure there's, cameras monitoring everywhere. You're going to be captured on video or on photo if you show up at the place.
my guess is the woman knew exactly who he was when she questioned him or got in an altercation with him. And so she knows his stance, obviously. So that's my guess is why it happened in the first place.
So she was,
obviously,
you think she was trying to elicit a response then?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you think?
I think it's a complete possibility. But I mean, it's Times Square. You never know. It could have been somebody that recognized him. It could have been somebody that, just was upset with somebody taking their picture. I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't tell you for sure. I can tell you what's been reported. I can tell you what he's saying on Twitter. I've got the live feed sitting right in front of me.
If it were you or I taking a picture, it wouldn't have been news. But
right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, you're absolutely right.
I mean, it might have made local news somewhere, but it wouldn't have made national headlines, obviously.
Yeah. No, it's a ridiculous thing, and for anybody that gives a shit, I mean, I don't know how many people that listen to us, because we don't have that many fucking listeners, listen to Opie and Anthony, but I guess he's going to start broadcasting from his house this week and let everybody know what the fuck's going on, because he does not have any gag order, and he is going to lay it all out, because he has every right to now. So, I mean, I know this is completely off topic, but we do a fucking show where we say whatever the hell we want. And I'm a huge fan of this show, and it, for me, it hits really close to home when it comes to what we do here. Because I say whatever the fuck I want. I have to be careful with certain things.
Sometimes we're not so careful.
I.e. last Friday.
Yeah.
But, hey, I'm not going to apologize for the things that I say on air. I'm just not.
And for what it's worth, I'm not going to apologize for the things you say on air either, if somebody's listening.
Oh, yeah, and this will be my last little take on that whole fucking thing. Hey, dickhead in the UK, if you've got something to say to me, I'm right fucking here. Don't fucking go through somebody else to talk to me. I'm a fucking big boy. Put on your goddamn big boy pants and your fucking adventurer's hat. Fucking tuck your fucking snuffleupagus dick away and fucking speak up. I'm sitting right here. In fact, I tried to talk to you. So go fuck yourself. All right, and that's it. Steve, you got some news tonight?
Sure. And it's not related to anybody in the UK or Anthony.
Good.
Well, maybe it is. From the dailymail.co.uk.
And if anybody's wondering who I'm talking about, it's Adam Davies.
I don't think anybody was wondering.
No, I think, our loyal listeners already figured that one out. A Romanian woman claims ghost of her dead grandmother took a selfie on her phone to warn her she was being punished in the afterlife. The churches in Sacresti in southern Romania have been packed after a local woman claimed that her dead grandmother
here, bitch.
had taken over her mobile phone and used it to send a selfie from the other side. She said, "When I switched the phone on, I was horrified to see my dead grandmother's face," said Gina Mihai, 34. She had what looked like a snake around her neck, and the whole image looked as if it had been taken through a hole, like it was shot through a tear in the fabric that separates the living from the dead.
Because it was, Steve.
I took it to a... Probably was. I took it to a fortune teller who told me that my grandmother was sending me a message from the other side. The snake around her neck was a symbol
Madame Zorba.
The snake around her neck was a symbol of the fact that she was being punished in the afterlife for some sort of sin. By contacting us, she was telling us that...
spirits of the Ouija.
By contacting us, she was telling us that if we were to pray for her, we would still be able to save her soul.
Was she making those stupid fucking duck lips?
In fact, she was. Miss Mahai and her family have been spending much of their time since praying in church along with dozens of other families terrified about the implications of a snake-wrapped ghost sending a message from the other side. Once a year there is a feast, the service of alms, in which Romanians travel to the local graveyard and hand over food as a gesture to the spirits in the afterlife. The food itself is in reality handed over to the poor at the end of the day, but the gesture is seen as a regarding nourishment for those who have died and are now in the afterlife.
She was like standing in front of a bathroom mirror. Sorry.
Yes. I don't know what the
Did she do the Bloody Mary thing?
And from thespacereporter.com, a UFO sighting may be corroborated by the Hubble photograph. The Hubble Space Telescope captured an image of an unidentified spacecraft in 1999. The same time, a researcher argues he witnessed the object fly overhead on Earth. During a repair mission in December 1999, the Space Shuttle Discovery ascended to a record-breaking height in orbit around the Earth. Images taken by NASA's Hubble Space Telescope documented the mission and incidentally caught sight of a strange spacecraft that author James Welsh claims NASA is covering up. Originally labeling
large tarp.
Originally labeling the peculiar object as ice crystals, the space agency faces arguments made by Welsh, who is certain he saw UFOs flying over Glasgow the same month the images by Hubble were taken. Multiple bright lights, occasionally red and green, some were moving and flashing, streaks of light, erratic, occasionally in formation, and then splitting. Welsh reported in 1999 to the UK's Ministry of Defence, who dismissed his eyewitness account. The MOD's dismissal to his report was the driving force for his investigations, he explained. The MOD informed him that there was no corroborating evidence to suggest the UK's airspace had been breached. But on 2 mornings, these events involved low-flying military aircraft over the space-controlled airspace of the city. I messed that up. No. So I knew that these objects were being detected on radar for the jets to vector in on them. The fact that these objects were being monitored but not publicly identified motivated Welsh to further his research.
Matt, one of these times we're just going to hear him like trail off and it's just going to sound like the fucking the parents in the Peanuts fucking cartoons.
So Welsh decided to broadcast his experiences by, well, writing a book, which detailed multiple encounters with UFOs. It wasn't until he began editing his book that he investigated the Hubble mission, which led him to strange images taken in 1999. The shadow profile of the Hubble Space Telescope is on the hull of the UFO, which proves it's in the frame. Further comparative analysis of these images also validated this, Welsh said. Up until now, NASA has categorized anomalies captured on mission footage as ice crystals or space debris, and it's safe to say what I've discovered cannot be possibly passed off as either, Welsh says. And that is the news, fellas.
Yeah, God, I had to go on a rant. Fuck.
2 rants, in fact.
I just can't fucking believe they fired him. Like,
No, I can't either. Knowing his history.
Yeah. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Pow! Is that a firecracker?
That was a jackass.